Alright guys, I'm just checking to see if everything is set and ready to go. Just give me a quick second. Just checking. If you guys can hear me, please let me know in the chat. If you guys can hear me nice and loud and buttery, and we will get underway. So let's see, we're still waiting on a few more people to come in. I'm here a bit early just to let the drivers and everyone come in, say hello before we go into the race. Let me just check one last thing. There we go. Alright, if you guys can hear me, give me a... let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Hello, Skills Dan. Loud and clear? Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday to everybody around the world. Welcome back to Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club, here to kick off Season 4, Round 2 at the Mexican Grand Prix. I am your commentator, Just Gaming, or Justin. Very happy to see all of you guys here. I see Skills Dan in the chat, Infinite Fear as well, how are you doing? And a first time chatter here of Shine Dog, who is a subscriber, was one of the lucky few to be one of the the lucky few to be a gifted sub from my man Austin. So good to have you all in the chat. Shine Dog, welcome to the chat, my man. Here to kick off round 2, where we were actually last week, if I can actually find it. Yeah, so last week, ladies and gentlemen, we were at Imola. If you guys did forget, because I almost forgot before I started this. However, back at Imola, we actually saw quite a bit of safety cars. A few people couldn't attend, but we were able to still get a full grid actually, with some of the reserves. So a good roundup for all of the drivers here in Smoking Pirelli. So far, we have 17 drivers. Looking for a few more to come in so we can get a nice full grid. But if you guys do remember, last week for round 1 to kick off season 4, we were actually at Imola, where we actually saw Kobe take the race win after getting pole position as well, and he starts off his season with 50 points. And then we also have Drunk Pirate and Skills Dan rounding up the podium positions, where Natalie just misses out on it by a second and a tenth on that finishing time, getting very close there. We also have Super Saiyan finishing in 5th, with Jonesy in 6th representing the Haas as they lead the Constructors' Championship with 80 points. So a very, very good result for them, as McLaren were right behind actually the McLaren team, where they have, if I can do the maths correctly, 78 points. Only 2 points separated the Haas and the McLaren team, ladies and gentlemen. And now let's see if we can get this one off to a good start. Captain Jack or Drunk Pirate in the chat, have a good stream. Justin, thank you so much, Jack. Hopefully you do a good result in the race. We're going to be watching it live here on the channel. But as we do have a few more minutes before we actually start, I'm going to quickly check and get my notes on the Mexican Grand Prix. Of course, the Mexican Grand Prix was actually where we saw Natalie at the season I think it was the season finale, if I do remember correctly. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but it was like near the end of the season of season 3. Where we saw Natalie actually spin and crash into the wall under a safety car. So she's going to have a little bit of PTSD returning to this track. But now let's see how the other driver was taken. Now 18 drivers. We have a short qualifying session with 36 laps around Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for Formula 1 Gran Premio de la Ciudad de Mexico 2022. Where the first ever Grand Prix here at this track was actually back in 1963. Again, we're looking at around 36 laps around this circuit. And a circuit length of around 4.3 kilometers long is going to really test the limits of these drivers, especially in that very, very difficult Sector 2, where it makes up the majority of the track with those corners. Of course, you have the tight hairpin at the beginning of turn 4 and 5 of sector 2. Then you have the double apex of turn 6, and then the dreaded S's through turn 7 all the way down to turn 11 as you make your way into the first DRS zone right before the stadium sector. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how these drivers take this now. We're looking at a race distance of around 159.6 kilometers long. Very excited to kick this off to an amazing start. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are enjoying it and you see yourself coming back from time to time, make sure you hit that follow button and make sure that notification bell is on so you're notified every single time I go live for not just Smoking Pirellis but also different leagues and when I just have fun on my own. And as I don't really have a schedule for when I go live, of course, just whenever I go, to be honest with you. And if you don't want to miss it, please make sure to watch that. Of course, if you guys are going to be a little bit late to watch the stream, we're actually going to have this on my YouTube channel, which then will be forwarded. So if you guys aren't followed to the Smoking Pirellis Facebook page, look up Smoking Pirellis on Facebook. You'll see their profile, you'll see their page. Make sure you hit that follow so you're notified on any updates about the league standings and all of that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But now we are here at the Mexico Grand Prix, a very, very intricate track, as the easiest sector, of course, being Sector 1, where you have that long DRS straight all the way down towards Turn 1 and 2, where then, let's see, yeah, so Turn 1, Turn 2, and 3, and then you make your way down the continuation of that DRS straight, all the way down towards turn 4 and 5 as you enter sector 2. So sector 1, the easiest one. Sector 3 would be like the middle difficulty, but sector 2 is really gonna be seeing actually is gonna be testing out these drivers out there with their reaction times, and especially in these wet conditions, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be heavy wet, as you can see the puddles just filling up, as this is gonna be giving these drivers a little bit of an extra little bit of a challenge to see if they can actually do it. But it's gonna be difficult. Let's see how these drivers will take it. It's gonna be very, very difficult to see who's gonna be the one to come out, and with these wet conditions anything can happen. We see an Alpine going out. We now see Drunk Pirate making his way out, but the Alpine is going to be RL Beast as he makes his way down towards the pit exit. Of course, we're going to stay on him and give a brief description of the track as we go on board with him. Actually, as you can see, the weather very, very tough out there, and as you enter sector turn 1, 2, and 3, and that's the one thing about these wet conditions: very difficult, very easy to lose the rear end of those cars, very difficult to try and keep that car on the concrete as they make their way through. But let's see if these drivers can tame the beast of Mexico. It's going to be a close one as he makes his way now towards turn 4 and 5, towards his double right-hander apex of turn 6. Then you make your way down, try to break around the 100 meter, if not that black little box on the side of the fence. Break around there as you enter turn 7, 8, 9, and now 10 and 11. As you head to the next towards turn 12, as you enter sector 3 and also the stadium sector, turn 12, then turn 13. Then you make your way towards turn 14 right here, the slight left-hander right here of turn 15, which isn't really a corner, to turn 16, the sharp right-hander, to a little bit of an easier right-hander of turn 17, and that rounds up the Mexican Grand Prix, trying to hug that outside line as you make your way down towards the second DRS zone. Of course, this being the second DRS zone, even though it's past the finish line, the DRS detection zone is before. But of course, in these wet conditions, we're not going to be seeing any rear flaps open as it stands like this. But now you can see Beast trying to fight against the waters, fight against the treacherous waters out there as they make their way now towards Sector 2. as they now enter turn 4, 5, and then to the double apex of turn 6, where we see an Aston Martin pulled over to the side, as Beast has himself a little bit of a drift, as the Red Bull up ahead as well of Spillage moves out the way. So very commendable for that man right there to also let Dusty fake through. And then Beast just fighting against those G-forces and the water out there. A little bit of oil as well is going to make it very slippery out there. Of course, the water and oil doesn't mix. The water actually pulls the oil out of the concrete, and it's going to make it very, very slippery out there. But Beast is able to manage it as he now enters Sector 3, as he makes his way towards turn 13, 14, and now 15. 2 corners left to go to set the standard here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for Smoking Pirellis. Let's see what time he's going to set as he crosses the line to take a 1:30.213 as he immediately pulls over to the side to let the Red Bull through. Captain Jack, also known as Drunk Pirate, takes pole position for the time being, gets faster than Beast, both representing RRL here tonight with a 1:28.958. Let's see how they take this now as they make their way through. We're still waiting for a few more drivers to finish off their lap. Tall Mark has actually spun around the penultimate corner and will now have to go into the pit lane for a new front wing and potentially go on a new set of tires. Liam has actually just taken the fastest lap off a Drunk Pirate with the 1:28.620. Super Saiyan as well. The McLaren boys actually getting pretty close to each other, only separated by less than 2/10 in their respective positions, as he finishes off with the 1:28.785. Liam with a little bit of a drift exit there into that corner as they make their way through. We're still waiting on a few more drivers to cross the line. Lack has actually just passed as well. Same goes with Zach Johnson, as they both have 4th and 5th for the time being. Now we have Dylan crossing the line on 1:29.789 for the Alpine driver. I believe the Alpine, no, the Williams, sorry, the Williams driver up Dylan. Sorry about that. We now have one of the Red Bulls coming past, and it's going to be Spillage as he comes around the final corner. Stays in the higher gears to get that traction, and he crosses in 4th position. But Drunk Pirate improves his time as Liam has crashed out up ahead in Sector 2. Right there on the exit of turn 11, just lost it right there, and Drunk Pirate is able to retake pole position, but I think Super Saiyan could be taking it back as well, as he is currently improving by a 10th and a little bit coming into Sector 3. Let's see if he keeps on that momentum to take pole position back from his teammate as he comes around the final corner, hugs that right side, takes the sprint towards the timing line, and he's going to take it by a 10th and 1,000th of a second with a 1:28.506. Good time for the McLarens as they both top the timing charts. Now we have Skills Dan coming around the final corner. Can he take back what was rightfully his and his teammates of Liam? And he has done it, a 1:28.488 for the Mercedes driver. A good time right there for Skills Dan, but of course, ladies and gentlemen, as always, as time goes on, it's just going to get faster and faster and faster and faster, and let's see if anyone can top into the 1:27s potentially, as the racing line is starting to reveal itself to the drivers. But we just saw Jonesy actually cross the line into 5th fastest. Oh, and Drunk Pirate takes it back once again, a 1:28.199 for the McLaren as he tops the timing charts. Amazing time right there for Captain Jack. And let's see if that would actually stay, as Super Saiyan now is going to potentially go into the pit lane, and Skills Dan is struggling to find the pace coming out of Sector 1. But let's see, can he find the pace in the second sector as he crosses now into Sector 3, and it's not going to happen there. And brilliantly, the car moves out the way just ahead of him. Super Saiyan looks like he's going to go for another one, actually, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how he takes this now. As Skills Dan now comes around the final corner. Can he take it back? He does improve on his time to a 1:28.3, but it's not going to be enough to take back pole position. Still in that front row as Natalie and Zach Johnson both crossed the line with a 128.5s respectively. Zach Johnson with a 128.542, where Natalie with a .584. So those two are going to be giving each other a little bit of an X challenge in these wet conditions. We still have Tom Mark that's still yet to put in a time, as he has just invalidated at the exit of Sector 2, and it was looking very promising there for him. But Captain Jack, Drunk Pirate, just breaking records here tonight, as he is going to improve his time even further, a 127.904, breaking through the 128 second barriers. And let's see if anyone can even match up to that. But now let's see, Tomark is going to go for another one here, as I believe Shine Dog's going to go for one as well. Also, we're going to keep an eye on Panda, as he really needs to improve on his time as he's entering Sector 3, improving by around 4/10, and I believe he did spin in Sector 3, so if he keeps it nice and steady in the stadium sector, hopefully those recipients in the stadium have their ponchos on, because it's going to be very, very wet. I see a few of them with umbrellas as well. But Panda now coming around the final few corners as he goes on the throttle to set a time of a 129.526 from 18th up to 11th. Now that's going to be a good time for the Williams driver, as his Williams teammate actually just exits out of the pit lane of Dylan, as he is going to go on the set of intermediates here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how he does. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are just queuing in, welcome to Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club, where we're here for Season 4, Round 2, wet qualifying, I should say, sorry, a wet qualifying, 36 laps around the Mexico track. And it's going to be a tough one. We see a lot of people struggling with the traction out there so far. Actually, Skills Dan has actually improved his time again. We just missed it with a 128.109, not breaking into the 127s like Captain Jack up ahead. But so far, still a commendable lap there from Skills Dan. Natalie as well improving her time, but moves out of the way as she has invalidated her time. Super Saiyan goes into the pit lane now, and you can see the weather is getting darker, is getting heavier, and it's gonna be really, really tough for those drivers that are actually out there on the set of intermediates. Dylan being one of them, actually the only one in that case. But now, as everyone has set their times and they've pretty much set their standards so far, as everyone's going to come back into the pit lane potentially for maybe a refill on fuel or anything like that. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Oh, it's a bit wet, says Skills Dan. A bit wet? I don't know. Why would you say why would you say that? It doesn't look a bit wet to me. It doesn't look a bit wet. It looks like a normal Sunday. But ladies and gentlemen, we're actually gonna take a little bit of a commercial break as we let the drivers come into the pit lane, put on their new set of tires, and make their way out there. Once we get back, we'll check back on any of the updates, and I'll surely be the one to let you know of that. So we're gonna be right back after these short messages. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry for that commercial break, but we are back at it. And a lot of drivers are back out there on the track. We just see Drunk Pirate cross the finish line to start a new fast lap. Let's see what time he's going to be setting out there. We actually did just miss Gronfeld go into the pit lane. Of course, we're on his teammate of Infinite Fear. But Gronfeld is actually spun around the final corner and lost his whole front wing going into the wall. Surprised how it wasn't red flag to get all that debris off the track. But we're still continuing on, even in these treacherous conditions. We're still waiting on an improvement of time for Ixtuge and Tall Mark. But now the rain is just going to get heavier and heavier. It's going to be a lot more tough for those drivers out there. But so far, Captain Jack still leads the qualifying session with a staggering 127.904, the only one to break into those 127s. Skills Dan making up the front row so far with a 128.109. Natalie in third with Super Saiyan in fourth. So a good result so far for the McLaren team. And Jonesy being the only person out there without his teammate in the Haas. And they actually had a very, very good result, so Kobe could not make it here tonight. So very unfortunate to see that. But Jonesy is going to have to carry the team on his back here tonight to gain as many points as he can. But now what it's going to come down to is which of these drivers can tame the treacherous waters here as Beast enters the pit lane and has retired from the session as he is done with these wet conditions. Will be starting in 17th for the time being, settling with a 130.213 for the Alpine driver. But now let's see if any of these other drivers can actually set a better time, as Infinite Fear has just invalidated his time. I'm trying to see. Shine Dog will actually be starting a new fast lap. But we're actually going to stay on board. Who should we go on board with? We're going to go on Skills Dan, as he's in Sector 3 right now. Is he improving as he's coming into Sector 3? No, he is not. He is down by 8/10. So it looks like that prime window in qualifying is pretty much out of the window at this point, as the rain has gotten even worse. So a lot of these drivers hoping for a dry race, but as it stands like this, it's going to be seriously wet. You can actually start to see the group of rain right above them, as of course with the Mexican Grand Prix we're in a little bit of a higher altitude compared to different tracks, so the air is going to be a little bit thinner in these upper areas. Drunk Pirate just crossed the line with a 129.7, so he's hoping to improve on his next lap. But let's see, it's going to be tough for all of these drivers out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as with it actually getting seriously dark and seriously wet, test out their foot on that pedal and see who can keep that car on the track. But I'm actually going to keep an eye out for the Discord if there's anyone on there. So let's see. Yeah, everyone is just not having a good reaction to that, to the wet conditions. But of course, it's going to test out these drivers' skills. Dan has currently improved by around 2/10, as it is coming a little bit brighter now, and this could be good enough for a pole position. But let's see if he has it. 2 more corners left to go. Turn 16 and now 17, as he goes on that throttle. Goes around the outside, and he takes pole position in the dying moments of 127.822. Can Drunk Pirate respond to that in these dire moments of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes around the final corner, crosses the line, and he takes it back a 127.799 as he tops the timing charts. So now is Dan actually going to go for another one here, as it's starting to clear up a little bit? Not entirely too sure. He is improving by 2/10 coming into the second sector. If he keeps this momentum going, we could definitely see some low 127s in the last dire moments of qualifying here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how they take this now, as Skills Dan makes his way into Sector 2 by turn 7, now 8 and 9, Now towards turn 10, hugs that left side to get him a nice entry line to turn 10 and 11. Now entering sector 3, and he has actually lost on this pace, now down by 81 thousandths of a second. Really needs to kick it up a notch in this final sector. Drunk Pirate is currently invalidated his time, so he cannot respond if Skills Dan takes back pole position. As he comes around the final corner, he's going to cross the line, and he has not improved on his time. Still set a really good time of 127.9, but we'll have to settle with a 127.822 for that position. Now, can a lot of these drivers improve on their time? Dusty Fake currently improving by around 6/10 coming into Sector 3. That could definitely get him around to the top 10 as he hugs that right side. He's going to get P11 with a 129.434. Groenfeld as well has just invalidated as we just got on his screen. And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that's going to round up qualifying here tonight. Captain Jack, also known as Drunk Pirate, is your pole sitter here tonight with a 127.799. Skills Dan right behind by less than half a tenth with a 127.822 for the two protagonists of this race coming into qualifying. Now, let's see how the rest of the drivers take this now, as this could be a dry race as it has started to clear up. Groenfeld entering the pit lane now, and with everyone using a wet compound tire for their respective laps, they will be allowed to use any sort of tire coming into the race start. They are allowed any tire compound, and this could be a good one. Let's see how these drivers take this now. And with that roundup qualifying, let's go down the starting grid. Captain Jack put in an extraordinary time in qualifying as he tops the timing charts, with Skills Dan in second settling the front row. Then we have Natalie, Super Saiyan, Zach Johnson, Liam, Jonesy, Sharpie, Groenfeld, Spillage, Dusty Fake, Dylan, Panda, Infinite Fear, Shine Dog, Lack, Beast, Ig Stooge, Tall Mark, and that rounds up the starting grid for the Mexican Grand Prix. We'll be right back after a short message for the starting grid, so don't go anywhere. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm sorry for the short little break as we have a new bright sunny day here for the Mexican Grand Prix, Mexico City, ladies and gentlemen. Commentator Just Gaming, and we are here for a good one. Let's see who's going to be the one to take Kobe's position in the driver standings, as he is not attending this race here tonight. So all of these drivers have an opportunity, of course, different point system to the real life Formula 1, as 50 points for first place, and this could be a good one. The Landscape King has just followed, thank you so much. But ladies and gentlemen, 5 red lights on the field, and we are now underway for the Mexican Grand Prix. To start off, Captain Jack with an amazing start on those set of mediums. And Skills Dan with an amazing start as well. Natalie trying to get past as they hug the right side of the track towards turn 1. Is Natalie going to dive on Skills Dan to take the lead? No, she will not. We actually just saw Sharpie go completely off the track as he mistimes his braking zone. A little bit of contact between Natalie and Captain Jack through turn 2. Panda hit with a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Shine Dog. And now, ladies and gentlemen, oh, Sharpie actually hit with the 5-second time penalty as well for corner cutting and gaining a position. Now, Skills Dan with an amazing start was able to get past the medium runner of Captain Jack to start off this race, and that's exactly what you want with those set of softs. Get that aggressive start, get past those medium runners, and try to get yourself a gap so when you come into the pit lane, you can gain a lot of positions. Captain Jack now on those set of mediums is going to take a little bit, few more laps to try and improve that. Super Saiyan now going to go side to side with Zach Johnson as they make their way now towards Sector 3. Super Saiyan going off the track could be having to return that position. Holds on to it for the time being as he now finds himself in 5th. Now we're seeing near the back of Shine Dog, Dusty Fake as well having himself an overtake. And same goes with Tall Mark on those set of mediums. Now we're seeing Zach Johnson go into the pit lane, and he could be looking at some front wing damage, which he is. Same goes with Groenfeld, Jonesy, and potentially Ig Stooge, as they're all going in for a new set of plastic on that nose. And I just missed it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry for that. Liam is now up to 2nd, getting a double overtake on Natalie and Drunk Pirate, and is now a Mercedes front 2 in this race. Natalie in that AlphaTauri needs to try and stay in that podium position. Is now going to try and stay right behind Liam, as it is a virtual safety car here, ladies and gentlemen, due to the buildup of debris on the track. So going to give enough time for those marshals to go out there and get that debris off the track. And it looks like it's a lot of them in Sector 1 and 2. But now the green lights are going. The green flag is being waved as we are here for the safety car, the virtual safety car restart of Mexico. And it looks like Sharpie is actually cutting a lot of corners in this race, so he needs to be careful now before he gets an early retirement in this race, ladies and gentlemen. But so far, at the end of lap 2, Skills Dan still leads the race with his teammate of Liam in 2nd. Now, let's see how these other drivers will take this through, as we see Super Saiyan run on the tail end of his teammate as well. As DRS has been enabled, they won't be getting it as of yet until they go around turn 11, as they enter Sector 2 and 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, so far a pretty good start for Liam, as he was actually crashed out during the qualifying session. And you can actually see Super Saiyan trying to negotiate with Drunk Pirate to let him through, and Drunk Pirate yields and gives his teammate an overtake so he doesn't hold him off with those set of mediums. Good communication between the McLaren boys as they now enter Sector 2. We're now seeing near the back of Lack going into the pit lane, exiting out potentially with a new front wing. But now Liam is right on the tail end of his teammate. He will be getting DRS. Not too sure if he will actually get the overtake now. He has the DRS on. Won't be enough to get the overtake from here, but it could be getting the overtake coming down towards turn 1. Natalie needs to get within that that DRS distance of 1 second, so she can have herself a battle with the front 2, who is starting to pull away now, Skills Dan and Liam, as they come around the final corner to start lap 4. Fastest lap to Liam with a 117.910, as the DRS is now open, and he is going to try and make himself pass. Skills Dan going to yield and give Liam the position at the end of that DRS straight, and there you have it. Liam now leads this race. Drunken Pirate now right on the tail end, is not going to get past. And it's probably a smart thing to do as well to not get past and just wait for it. Dusty Fake is in the wall as he lets Panda through, as he is going to struggle to come back onto the track. And he has spun around Sector 2. Looks like he's actually okay. He's going to continue on. And doesn't look like any front wing damage on my end, so he's going to keep on going and try and get those tires nice and warmed up again. Skills Dan and Liam with an amazing push. Liam with an extraordinary pace in the dry conditions here at Mexico. But now let's see how the gap is to the leader of Liam. So Liam, what he needs to do compared to those medium runners out there on the track, he needs to get at least around 25 seconds if he wants to make a pit stop and stay ahead. However, anything can still happen in this race, where it will be a safety car and he'll have a free pit. Liam improves his fastest lap of 127.562, and he's already closing in And he has already beaten the world record here at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, where Valtteri Bottas back in 2021 set the world record here with a 117.774 after he pitted to steal the extra point from Max Verstappen and stopping him from getting maximum points here at Mexico. And that was actually last season as well, ladies and gentlemen. So Liam has already beaten that and taken the world record from that. Fly Max Fly says, love this. How you doing? Oh, and Liam goes into the wall as he crashes out. And that's going to bring out the virtual safety car here, ladies and gentlemen. Fly Max Fly, welcome to the chat, my man. Love this with the heart. Love you too, my man. Welcome to Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club Season 4, Round 2 of the Mexican Grand Prix, where we have just witnessed Liam crashing out in the most drastic of ways as he was leading this race, and he has just ruined it for himself after pushing too hard too early in this race. And now that is the second virtual safety car here tonight. First one due to the buildup of debris on the track, as we see Super Saiyan Skills Dan and Natalie go into the pit lane for a set of mediums. Now Super Saiyan on a set of mediums as well. Skills Dan is going to be slotting right ahead of Natalie in this race. How the tables turn for the Mercedes 1-2. Yep, it is unfortunate. Liam actually spun around in qualifying, so it was anticipated for the race, but I just did not think it would actually be this early. But Liam now has to take an early shower as we are now down to 18 drivers for round 2 of Smoking Pirellis. But yes, so far, ladies and gentlemen, we actually see Infinite Fear going to be right on the tail end of Skills Dan as it came out of the pit lane for the virtual safety car restart. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The DRS has been re-enabled, and this is where it's all going to go down. Is Infinite Fear going to get past on those old set of softs compared to Skills Dan new set of mediums? We're not too sure, but Natalie as well is going to try and get past, as those softs don't really last that long here in at Mexico, as of course with Sector 2 and Sector 3 with those fast sweeping corners that you really need to get that grip, and it will take a lot of rubber off of those tires. But so far we actually see Zach Johnson and Dylan having themselves a battle through Sector 2. Now entering Sector 3, Zach Johnson is going to try and defend on the inside. Dylan going to try and pull the switchback coming into the stadium sector. Is not going to be able to do it on those set of hards, as Zach Johnson is on a new set of mediums, but Dylan could be getting it now, as he will be having DRS coming down towards turn 1. As the rear flaps now open up, the gap is going to shorten as we go on board with the rear view of Zach Johnson. He could be getting double overtakes here, as Dylan's going to close the gap now towards turn 1. He does not get it. Dylan actually cuts the line there as he enters the second DRS zone, and you can see how close they are. He is approaching around the outside, but Zach Johnson is going to hold on and keep that 10th place position as they enter Sector 2. Getting very, very close out there on the track, and this could go in anyone's favor. Gronfeld also trying to pick up the scraps off that battle on those set of mediums. Still struggling to get past Dylan, but we're going to have to wait and see. Of course, actually Skills Dan and Beast, Skills Dan was able to get the overtake coming into the castle sector after that DRS zone, but now this could be giving Beast the opportunity to take it back down towards turn 1, and you can actually see that Beast is starting to struggle a little bit with the traction out there. So let's see how he takes this now. Natalie is able to get a good run on him, as she is going to put on the ERS and the DRS with a little bit of that slipstream. Going to look onto the inside as Gronfeld has crashed around the final corner, and that is going to bring a safety car out. Let's see the damage on that as we go on board with Lack. As you're just about to go into the pit lane. So that is unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. Mexico already taken out 2 drivers in this race, one of them being Liam and the other one being Gronfeld. Now the safety car is going to be exiting out of the pit lane, And it looks like Panda on those set of hards is able to gain a few positions. But now this is when it's going to come down to strategy. Sharpie, of course, is going to have to pit. He has to. On those set of softs, they're going to be aging at this point. He needs to go on a set of mediums, potentially on a set of hards, to last the rest of this race. But we're going to have to wait and see what his plan is, as the car was able to get out of the way into the pit lane. Sharpie needs to be careful with the time penalties here, as Drunk Pirate is going to be retaking the lead of this race on those old set of mediums. So now he's going to go with a different strategy. He's going to continue on and stick with the one stop. Let's see if it will prevail. But now Skills Dan, can he get past Spillage and Sharpie? Yes, he will. Same goes with Natalie, as Infinite Fear has been hit with a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with RRL Beast. And talking about time penalties, let's actually have a look at those right now, ladies and gentlemen. As Sharpie is the one to actually serve 5 seconds in the pit lane. He had 8, now is down to 3 seconds. Zach Johnson and Dylan both on 3 seconds. We have Infinite Fear coming out of the pit lane with 8 seconds, and Panda coming around the final few corners with 5 seconds. But now, as it is the safety car, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let these drivers go into the pit lane, do whatever they need for the pit strategies. We'll be right back after a commercial break for the start of this race. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hopefully the commercial break was a little bit enjoyable. I'm not too sure because I couldn't see it. However, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's going to be another lap of safety car, as the few back runners of Shine Dog and Ig Stooge are still yet to catch up with the safety car, as I'm not too sure if Ig Stooge is actually disconnected or not. Looks a little bit robotic with his overtaking, with his driving right now, so I'm not too sure. Shine Dog has actually just gotten past, but has to yield and give back the position. If you guys care about this or not, so far, ladies and gentlemen, the score against Liverpool and Manchester United is now 1-0 in favor of Liverpool, as I believe Luis Diaz has actually just scored. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we are still here. Nope, I am not gonna need that, so we're gonna do this real quick. There we go. Gonna get that guy banned because I don't need any purchase of that. I'm not gonna have any of those bots come in here and tell me, oh, you can purchase viewers. Oh, you can do all this. No, I'm not gonna do that. But ladies and gentlemen, with smoking Pirellis, the safety car could be coming in this lap. So now on lap 12 of 36 is going to be where we start. Let's see who's going to be the one to get the best start off as they make their way through. It looks like Captain Jack still stayed out without a pit stop as of yet. On 10 and lap old set of mediums, where everyone else behind him on a new set of mediums, one of them on a new set of softs of spillage. So let's see, with those old set of mediums, can he hold them off? And it also has the back runner of Dusty Fake, who will be helping him out with a little bit of a gap between him and Skills Dan. As he comes around the final corner, goes on the throttle, and we are back underway, ladies and gentlemen. Green flags on the field, and Drunk Pirate now leads the race off of Skills Dan by over a second due to the back runner of Dusty Fake, as he has to give up the position and let the drivers through and respect those blue flags. So far, yep, there he goes. He now lets Natalie through. Now lets the McLaren through, as he has himself a little bit of a hiccup with a slide on the exit there. But now Drunk Pirate leads against Skills Dan with a pretty comfortable gap now. Natalie as well behind Skills Dan with a little bit of a gap. So it's going to be difficult for them now as they make their way through. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just queuing in, we have just done a safety car restart of Smokin' Pirelli Season 4, Round 2 of the Mexican Grand Prix. I'm your commentator, Justin, or Just Gaming, and you haven't missed anything as of yet. Well, actually, the things that you have missed, we actually had two drivers get knocked out of this race from Gronfeld and Liam, as they go into the pit lane for practically an early shower than what they were originally anticipating. Now we're going to go on board with Beast on those new set of softs right behind Dylan on those set of hards. He's going to try and get past the Alpine ahead of him of Zach Johnson as well. His teammate could be giving him a little bit of help for that. But Beast is starting to struggle a little bit to hold that pace as he uses a lot of his ERS. Dylan just with a little bit of a lower downforce build to keep that straight line speed, as you can see down towards turn 1. Now we're actually seeing Skills Dan starting to get within the gap between him and Captain Jack for that race lead. Captain Jack still yet to make a pit stop, so he will be a sitting duck once he goes in the pit lane, and he will come out near the back. So it's not going to be something that he wants, but it's going to be something that he has to deal with, as Natalie has crashed out of the race in Sector 2, and that's going to bring out another safety car here, ladies and gentlemen. And Natalie just loses it near the end of Sector 2 in Turn 9. And now 2 races, one in Season 3, this season in Season 4. She has crashed out at Mexico, and she is not going to enjoy that one. Very unfortunate for her, as she's going to take an early leave in this race. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to bring out the safety car. We can actually say, oh, Captain Jack has actually decided to stay out still. So I'm not too sure what he is going to be doing here. Very difficult, that is. Gotta say, that is very difficult to handle, as you are trying to get as much points as you can. A big contender of Natalie as well here in Smokin' Pirellis, and it just has not come off for her. So now she's going to be one of 3 who have been taken out from this track. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, if you guys are enjoying this, I want to please make sure that you guys know that Smoking Pirellis has a Facebook page. So if you want to follow all the news on Smoking Pirellis, updates on the standings, updates on the next race with the calendar, when they did the choice of the players in the random poll, please make sure you go to Facebook and search up Smoking Pirellis, and you'll see everything on there. Follow the page, give them a friend request potentially if it's a profile, and you'll be all set after that. But with this being another safety car period, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take another commercial break and let the drivers go into the pit lane, do whatever they can. If anything happens if there's anything that happens in that period, I will let you know. But we're gonna be right back after a few short messages, so don't go anywhere. Want to hear from you guys. Sorry, I just had my mic muted. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Smoking Pirellis. I just realized I had my mic muted. Well done, Justin. So I just had a poll going through where I want to see who you guys think will win this race. Azuri, thanks. Yep. Think your mic's off. Yep, I just realized, Azuri. Thank you so much for letting me know. Welcome to Smoking Pirellis Racing Club here for Season 4, Round 2 of the Mexican Grand Prix. So far, Drunk Pirate still leads the way with an amazing restart off of that safety car where unfortunately Natalie had taken an early leave in this race. But so far, 3 drivers have been taken taken themselves an early exit from this race of Natalie, Gronfeld, and Liam. Looks like Shine Dog and Dylan having themselves a little bit of a battle as the lapped car of Dusty Fake right on the back, of course, being ghosted, so he can actually get past them. As he doesn't have to respect those blue flags for being ghosted. Skills Dan actually has to yield and give Shine Dog the overtake, trying to actually still go side to side through sector 2, and he has cut off Shine Dog and could be catching up with Super Saiyan. I don't know, Super Saiyan has actually just given that position. Has Super Saiyan looking at damage? Yes, he has here, ladies and gentlemen. He has lost his left end plate, so he's going to have to go into the pit lane, and that is not a good sight to see for the McLaren supporters back at home. But now, Infinite Fear going into the pit lane on 8-lap-old set of softs will be serving a 5-second time penalty in the pit lane as he gets a set of mediums on. Now, with the DRS being enabled here, ladies and gentlemen, can Skills Dan get past Drunk Pirate, or will it be Sharpie getting past Skills Dan? Because you can actually see how close they're actually being right now. So it's going to be difficult. Let's see if they have it all together. But ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to let you guys know that we're running a poll right now. So who do you guys think will win? I want to get the most votes in the chat right now to see who you guys back at home are thinking who's gonna win. But so far, we're actually see Jonesy right on the tail end of Beast as he uses the ERS and the DRS to get past as he makes his way up to 6th place. But now we're gonna go back up to the front as Drunk Pirate is now DRS-less, as Skills Dan, Sharpie, and Spillage will be having DRS. Sharpie having himself a little bit of an incident coming around the final corner, hugging that right side. But now let's see how these drivers take it now. Drunk Pirate going to take the defensive line on the inside, trying to break the slipstream as Dylan has retired into the pit lane. But Skills Dan here, ladies and gentlemen, has just taken the lead of this race off of Drunk Pirate on his 18-lap-old set of mediums. So now he will have no DRS to fight back and take back that race lead. But all he will need to do is just stay right on the tail end of Skills Dan, stay within that DRS distance, and he will get it here, ladies and gentlemen. As Super Saiyan comes out of the pit lane right behind Dylan's retired car. Of course, he retired into the pit lanes, and it does have that glitch where the AI would bring it out. But now, ladies and gentlemen, he's going for it now. Drunk Pirate has he retaken the lead of this race? Yes, he can, and this is actually going to favor Skills Dan as he will have DRS down the starting straight towards turn 1, and he's going to get that back. Let's see if he will get it. Of course, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys were watching it, or if you guys didn't know, Liverpool has just scored again against Manchester United, making it 2-0 to Liverpool in the first half. But now you can see that Captain Jack is just trying to keep that lead, trying to hold on to those tires. Haven't made a pit stop at all yet, so he's really testing out the waters of a potential puncture. But those drivers around him as well will be having to make another pit stop in their way as well. So Drunk Pirate could be still winning this race. We'll have to wait and see. Super Saiyan has actually just gotten the fastest lap of a 1:17.3. As Panda has just gotten himself a 3-second time penalty. And let's actually look at the time penalties right now here, ladies and gentlemen. As a lot of these drivers with 6 seconds or 3 seconds, except for Panda, who is sitting on an uncomfortable 8 seconds, as Toll Mark has crashed out here, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going to bring out another safety car. So now it comes down to those beginning drivers, those front row drivers, to see if they should go into the pit lane for another set of mediums. Drunk Pirate potentially on a set of softs, as that is his only opportunity. And they are going in here, ladies and gentlemen. They're all rushing in towards the pit lane. Panda is actually going to stay out on those old set of hearts. Same with Lacanic Stooge, as they all stay out, and they're going to restart this race. Jonesy now with the set of softs to end this race. Will they last to the end? We're going to have to wait and see here, ladies and gentlemen, as he slots right behind Spillage. Skills Dan still leads this race. Drunk Pirate on the set of softs as well. Not too sure if they would actually work, but we're going to have to wait and see here, ladies and gentlemen, if it will prevail. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are enjoying this, please consider hitting the follow button. We already have a new follower from this stream, Landscape King 87, who has followed just under 31 minutes ago. So thank you so much for the follow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to push for 150 as soon as possible. So please make sure that you share the video, share the channel, and make sure that you hit that follow button if you're enjoying the content, and make sure you have the notification bell on as well, ladies and gentlemen. I stream random games at random times. I also stream different leagues when I do commentary, not just smoking Pirellis. So if you don't want to miss out on that, please make sure you hit that notification bell. I want to see who's in the notification bell squad. And so far, ladies and gentlemen, we are on lap 21 out of 36 for the safety car restart. And so far has been pretty well. A big thumbs up for Landscape King, as he's still around for the first time chatter as well. Thank you so much, my man. Big shout out to everyone. Give a round of applause for Landscape for being the 136th follower of the channel. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have just one more ad break. I promise this will be the last one. Even if there's another safety car, this will be the last one. So guys, we're gonna be right back after a short commercial break to restart this race. And you know what? We're going to make it a little bit shorter. We're going to do 30 seconds. So be right back after 30 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and you are seeing that correct. Ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Fake has tried to unlap himself, but unfortunately did not respect the yellow flags out there on the track, as he will be disqualified and given the black and white flags. And now he is out of this race. We are now down to 13 drivers, ladies and gentlemen. The unlucky 13 will it be that until the end. But ladies and gentlemen, now the safety car could be coming in this lap, just waiting for it from race control to kick it off again. Lap 22 of 36 of the Mexican Grand Prix. Just waiting for race control to come in. I think we have safety car now. Race control has come in. The safety car is safe to come into the pit lane. And we're going to be right back with the green flags. Panda, on those old set of hards, is going to really struggle to find the pace. Now 14 laps left in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to win this race? I have that poll in. So far we only had one person react to the poll, and they believe it's going to be Skills Dan, but Panda has gone on the throttle. A good restart and reaction time there from Lack as he fights down towards turn 1. Looks on the inside now as he uses that ERS. Can he get it? Coming down towards turn 1, the Ferrari now still goes side to side with the Williams as Super Saiyan has retired into the pit lane. But Lack still in second, looking for the gap to get past Panda early on in this race. Panda closes the gap around the outside. Lack is going to look on the inside here towards turn 4. The gap is shown. A huge contact with Ig Stooge and Skills Dan through turn 4. Missed time in the braking zone, I do believe. But now Spillage right between Skills Dan and Drunk Pirate, as Drunk Pirate makes his way now up to P5. And I'm looking at it, everyone who has participated in the poll has said that Skills Dan will be winning this race. Come on, Panda, says Uzuri. So let's see if your man Panda can hold on and keep on that race pace. But so far, Drunk Pirate on those new set of softs, he should be getting a lot of positions here with those set of softs, as there's a huge pace gap between them as they make their way now towards turn 17. Panda still leads the race on lap 24 of 36, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, as this race is starting to kick off now, coming to the near end of this race. We have now seen Sharpie looking on the inside. Potentially he breaks a little bit later to try and stick his nose in. He couldn't find the line, and Skills Dan could be trying to make up for that mistake on Sharpie. Did not get a faster line. Captain Jack, or Drunk Pirate, could be looking at getting into position. He looks on the inside of Skills Dan, and he is going to take the lead, or not. They still go side to side through turn 5, and Skills Dan is able to retake that 4th place position. And when I say lead, I mean the lead of that battle for that 4th place. You can see how close they are. We're actually going to go on board with Skills Dan to just see how dreadful that dirty air is through the Sector 2. And you can see Drunk Pirate struggling to keep that pace and stay on the diffuser of the Mercedes of Skills Dan. He looks on the outside towards the stadium of turn 12, and he has done it. Or has he? As they still go side to side, Skills Dan with the sweeping corners gives the space to Drunk Pirate as they almost lock tires, but Skills Dan has to yield, and Drunk Pirate leads the battle for 4th. But now, with the DRS being enabled here, ladies and gentlemen, Drunk Pirate is going to aim for the podium positions, and he sees the blinking red light of Sharpie. That is his time to strike and get into that podium position. Sharpie now down to almost around. Let's actually check. Oh, actually Spillage and Skills Dan giving themselves a little bit of a battle. Mercedes versus Red Bull. Let's see who's going to be the one to come out on top. Jonesy right behind that as well, as he's looking for the gap. He shoots to the inside of Spillage down towards turn 4, and Jonesy hit with a 3-second time penalty after cutting the corner and getting the overtake. Not too sure if that would actually be another time penalty for gaining a position under a safety car, under a yellow flag. I'm not too sure. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, Panda still leads the race on almost 20 plus lap old set of hearts, 22 lap old set of hearts. And he is able to keep on that lead and stay ahead of Lock on those old set of mediums. Now Sharpie with 3 lap old set of mediums with Drunk Pirate right behind as well. You can actually see Lack trying to go around the outside of Panda as they all lose a lot of their ERS. Drunk Pirate is going to try and squeeze in between the 2 drivers of Sharpie and Panda. Cannot find the gap. Is going to now look around the outside of Sharpie. Did he get a double overtake here as they still go side to side to turn 2 and 3? They both will be having DRS. And Drunk Pirate has done it here, ladies and gentlemen. He has made his way up to 2nd, getting a double overtake. Skills Dan is now able to get past Panda. Huge contact between Panda and Jonesy as they fight it side to side through turn 4 and 5. And Jonesy takes that 5th place. Panda now on those old set of hearts is really going to struggle to find the gap now. He needs to defend with all that he has to try and hold on to as many positions as he can. So far, we can see Drunk Pirate right on the tail end of Lack as they come through Sector 2. We'll be having DRS down towards the stadium. And he's actually going to hold off on the throttle a little bit. He's going to wait for the next DRS distance. Spillage and Panda going side to side. At the end of that DRS straight, Spillage with a deep dive of a braking zone. But Panda cannot get on the throttle early enough to get that position. And Panda is just really struggling to find the grip here into these corners where you can see Zach Johnson able to get past very easily. But now Drunk Pirate is going to go around the outside, and he is going to take the lead of this race here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming now towards 10 laps left to go. It's going to be a tough one to see who will be crowned King of Mexico. And I just got another message, so give me a quick second, guys. Nothing important, no worries. Alright, so Ladies and gentlemen, oh, Sharpie is actually having himself a little bit of a battle with Lack. We're seeing near the back as well with Ig Stooge and Shine Dog, who's having themselves a battle as well for that 10th place position. Oh, and actually you can see Beast right on the tail end as well, trying to get past. So his battles all over the place, time pounding. We're actually going to look at the time penalties on the field. And we have Sharpie with 3 seconds of time penalty as we see Skills Dan. Oh, 3 wide towards the castle sector. Jonesy got too desperate around the outside, couldn't find the space, and he is now going to fall down to 11th place. He was trying to find the gap around the outside off track limits from Skills Dan and Lack, trying to follow the racing line but just couldn't, as Lack enters the pit lane for front wing damage, and that is not a good sight to see as Jonesy goes in as well, and Beast getting an easy overtake to get himself into the top 10. Ig Stooge now right on the tail end of Panda as Jonesy has retired from the race, so it looks like after that collision he might have had a lot of mechanical damage on that Haas, and the Haas team will now submit their position in the Constructors' Championship to the McLaren if Drunk Pirate keeps that race lead or gets any points in this race. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, Drunk Pirate leads the race with Sharpie in second with 3 seconds of time penalty. Skills Dan currently in third with Spillage right behind with 12 seconds of time penalty. That's difficult to do here, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Johnson in fifth with 6 seconds. Panda in sixth with 8 seconds. Ig Stooge with 8 seconds as well in seventh. Shine Dog with 3 seconds and 8. Well, Ig Stooge in 7th with now 11 seconds of time penalty. Shine Dog in 8th with 3 seconds. Beast in 9th. Lack in 10th. And Infinite Fear in 11th with 12 seconds of time penalty. But with that now rounding up, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Jack Drunk Pirate leads the way with a staggering lead of over 2 seconds. Zach Johnson is able to find himself past the 12-second time penalist of Spillage. Ig Stooge able to get past Panda, but Panda's still technically in ahead of Ig Stooge, with Ig Stooge having 11 seconds of time penalties now. Both of the Red Bulls just not having a good time with the stewards, well, not the stewards, the marshals of time penalties. The FIA, I should say. Why didn't I just say that? But now you can see all of these drivers giving it their all, and it's going to be a close finish here, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere, and keep your eyes peeled to the screen, because this is going to be it. Around 7 laps left to go once Drunk Pirate crosses that line, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be a photo finish, and let's see if Drunk Pirate will take the lead in the driver standings and constructors with his teammate of Super Saiyan. But now you can see Shine Dog right on the inside of Panda as they collide, and Shine Dog has himself a good relationship with the wall there as he has broken his front nose. And now that is going to be a virtual safety car, ladies and gentlemen. So now you can see Panda and Ig Stooge going into the pit lane as Beast will be making himself pass into 6th. And with that virtual safety car, ladies and gentlemen, just going to be a little bit of debris out on the track with Shine Dog's nose being broken on that AlphaTauri as he got really close to that wall and a little bit too close, as there's a lot of carbon fiber and plastic out there on the track. Of course, going to give the marshals a little bit of extra handy work to do. And with that being said as well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you guys that this is Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club here for Season 4, Round 2 of the Mexican Grand Prix. I am your commentator, Just Gaming, or Justin, however you guys prefer. And so far, coming to the near end, we are now down to half of the drivers. Around 9, actually, yeah, it's 9 drivers. No, is it? No, actually, it's close to around half the drivers. It's around 8 drivers that got knocked out. 7 of them, well, actually, no, 5 of them due to crashing out. I believe 2 of them retiring into the pit lane. One of them actually got himself disqualified after overtaking the safety car, and Just not the best sight to see for a Dusty Fake. But ladies and gentlemen, there's still plenty of time to see who is going to be the one to come out on top. It's going to be a close one. Let's see who will come out on top. Let's see. Start goal. Why not? There we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have a follower goal now in the chat. I'm trying to get to 150 followers now. And it's going to be difficult to see who will be the one to come out on top. But ladies and gentlemen, Drunk Pirate still leading this race by a pretty comfortable margin as well on those set of softs. But later on, those softs could really be deteriorating. And that's where we're going to be seeing the medium runners of Sharpie and Skills Dan potentially take back that race lead. It's all just going to come down to a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. But for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, just going to do the rundown once again as Drunk Pirate still leads the way in the McLaren with Sharpie currently in second, Skills Dan in third, Zach Johnson in fourth, Spillage currently, we have Lack in seventh, Ig Stooge in eighth, Panda in 9th with Infinite Fear in 10th, and Shine Dog in 11th. Jonesy, Super Saiyan, Tomark, Dylan, Natalie, Groenfeld, Liam, and Dusty Fake all taking early leaves out of this race. And now you can see Spillage now right on the tail end of Zach Johnson as they now enter Sector 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. You can actually see how close the Red Bull is to the Alpine of Zach Johnson as they make their way through now towards turn 7. The gap now being around 7/10 as they fight against the G-forces through the sweeping S's of Sector 2. And you can see that Spillage is still able to get the DRS, and will be getting DRS coming out of the the stadium sector. You can see you can actually hear everyone cheering in the stands as they see their favorite drivers running past and seeing the close battle for fourth, as Spillage actually has a better run compared to Zach Johnson out of that final corner. Will be having DRS. Let's see how powerful that is. Started at 6/10, is now able to push his way down towards maybe 3/10 actually. Could have been 2/10 if he kept on pushing, but went off the throttle a little bit to wait for this this DRS zone. But now Spillage is going to go for it now. 5/10 now separate him in fourth place, and that's going to go back down to 3/10. So the DRS, you can see, very, very powerful here as time goes on. But now Skills Dan is actually struggling to find pace against Sharpie now, so his mediums must be really struggling out there. And you can actually see the deterioration. You can actually see the wear, like the tire wear line on those tires as they make their way through. Very, very difficult for all those drivers out there, but they're still pushing with everything they have. Let's see if they will get it. And after this race, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to be doing a raid. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be raiding one of my close friends that I actually did commentary with, that I used to race with as well, a very good friend of mine. So we're gonna raid his channel at the end of this. But now you can see the gap now. Spillage struggling to find it, and it's actually difficult for Spillage on those old set of mediums to find the gap to catch up with Zach Johnson now. But Sharpie is starting to close the gap between him and Drunk Pirate on lap 34 of 36 here, ladies and gentlemen. Those softs are really going to be down and out at this point as they now come towards Sector 2, down towards turn 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. And you can see Sharpie's able to carry a lot more pace through these sweeping S's, as Drunk Pirate needs to be a little bit more aware of his set of rubbers. So now we could be seeing Drunk Pirate make his way up will actually make his way down towards P2, as the gap between him and Sharpie is now down to 1.7 seconds. Those medium tires are really having the edge here later on in this race, so now Sharpie has the opportunity to catch up with Drunk Pirate to take the race win. Let's see if he's able to do that. Well, actually, if he does get that overtake, he will have to get ahead of him by 3 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, with this being the last few laps of this race, only 2 laps left to go in this race, we have to start talking about driver of the day. And I want to hear from you guys. Who is going to be your driver of the day? Make a comment in the chat, and I will see if I agree with you or if I would go with someone else, because at this point it can go to anyone. Captain Jack Drunk Pirate was able to do a very good recovery drive and make those softs last the rest of this race. Skills Dan also doing an exceptional job. Sharpie as well, as he hasn't really done as he wasn't one of the big runners in season 3, but now starting off season 4 here in round 2, he has done an exceptional job. Could be aiming for a 2nd place finish, just needs to get 3 seconds ahead of Skills Dan. Drunk if he keeps it till the end with them softs. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see, as Drunk Pirate now comes around the final corner to cross the line, and he is going to start the final lap of this race here, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, the final lap, the white flag being waved by the marshal, as it is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Can Sharpie get the overtake in this race as he makes his way up towards turn 1, 2, and 3? The gap between them now 1.3 seconds. He needs to get around 3 seconds ahead of Skills Dan, and that 2nd place will be his. But you know he's going to be aiming for that 1st place. The gap now around 1.2 seconds as they make their way into sector 2. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, Sharpie hasn't really gotten that much praise or awareness in season 3, so we're gonna actually kick it off with Sharpie in season 4. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, as Sharpie is your commentator's driver of the day. If you're a part of the Discord, make sure you go to the driver of the day tab and put in your votes. But ladies and gentlemen, Captain Jack has done everything he needed here today. The banners are flying, the crowd is cheering, the fireworks are shooting off into the air as Drunk Pirate crosses the line for the final time to take the win here in Mexico for round 2 of Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club Season 4. Now that is a good race for Captain Jack, as he tops it off for the McLaren team, takes the race win, pushes the McLaren team to Constructors Championship lead, with Skills Dan crossing the line 3rd, but taking 2nd place due to Sharpie having to serve a 3-second time penalty and finishing off in the podium. Now is here for Smoking Pirellis. If you guys have enjoyed, again, make sure you consider hitting that follow button and having the notification bell on so you're notified every time I go live for Smoking Pirellis, my own personal streams, and different leagues as well. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed. We're gonna see everyone on the podium, but we're gonna stay on board with our commentator's driver of the day, Sharpie, in the Aston Martin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I'm gonna remind you guys about where we will be next week to start round 3. I'm just trying to find the calendar. Track list, here we go. So the calendar, ladies and gentlemen, so we started off at Imola, then we were at Mexico, and then next week, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be at the city of Baku for Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Again, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I have been Just Gaming, or Justin, however you guys prefer. Lots of love and stay safe. I'm out. We're gonna be rating my friend now. Wait, is he not live? Ah, there's no way. Is he not live anymore? Hold on, guys, give me a quick second. Oh, he's not live. Dang. Then you know what? We're gonna do it with this guy. Let's see. What's his name? There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be starting the raid now, so make sure you attend. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks again. We will see you next week for Azerbaijan. Lots of love and stay safe.
Hey, what just happened?
Justin, thank you very much for the raid, dude. Appreciate it, buddy. So now Sick Boy and Cal, these two are still battling it out. So guys, it's Justin's raid. Thank you very much for joining. You are watching Inside Cam Racing Esports League. This is the band 10. You are at Justin Shields. Thank you very much for the reset. Three tenths behind now is catching Dari up.